This game of Hoplite was going great until deathmatch enabled and I found the most stacked guy ever. Will I be able to defeat him or will I end up dying? Watch till the end to find out. My game started by running towards mid so I could get a bunch of kills. This is like the first time I've ever got a stone axe from mid, which you'd think would happen more often, but I guess not. Anyhow, I catch up to this guy, and then see another guy looting chests. When he's looting and everyone's gone, that means he doesn't really have a great idea of how to play the game, and he's probably easy to catch. Next, I fight this guy with a sword, and just turn and crit him, and am able to win. And finally, this bedrock player gets cleaned by me, and I catch up with 10 seconds remaining. Going into PvP phase, I'm going to have 4 avaricious heads, as well as 4 kills. I've really abbreviated this mining phase, because it's not really that important, and the same thing pretty much happens every game. I just go in a cave and mine a bunch of iron, and if I'm lucky, I get some gold and diamonds on top of that. I also need to gather some PvP resources while I'm at it, and so I like to get lava as well as a lumberjack axe. I was able to find a bit more gold before heading up, so at least I would have 2 gaps for my first fight. Finally, I craft a diamond sword, and I'm ready to squabble. I find a corpse, but it ends up dying, and the reason it dies is because if you're disconnected for more than 5 minutes, Hoplite just kills your corpse. Anyhow, this absolute android drone NPC is kind of getting cooked by me, and I'm able to kill him without any struggle at all. I run to mid, and honestly, this is a showing I'm quite ashamed of. This guy was messing me up with his axe, and just doing so much damage. The reason I'm ashamed of it is because I wasn't really able to adapt, and just had to chug a bunch of healing. Right as I was accepting this guy's friend request, I got jumped. But this guy was very timid and ended up backing off once I hit him once. I was able to heal back up to full before going in again, and he was getting smoked. I dropped him with 2 gaps and crafted a G-head. I instantly saw another guy and started critting him out. A tip for those of you who are newer to the game, when you start fighting somebody, I would recommend setting them on fire, because it's just a death sentence if they're not carrying water. And the reason I'm whistling so much here is because I whistle when I'm listening to music, and I really need something to entertain me. You guys watching the video don't see it, but for every recording I have that is video worthy, I have like 5 that aren't. Anyhow, I get my sword up to a sharp 2 and finish enchanting the rest of my armor before getting into a fight with this guy who has chainsword. The reason chainsword is so overpowered is because it has this bleed ability that just does continuous damage ticks over time, and also when you get low, it does extra damage. The reason this guy died so fast is because my sharp 2 was just destroying his health, and he didn't really have any healing. Anyhow, I was able to enchant my chainsword to sharp 1, and then I went to a supply drop where I instantly got a totem. Fast forward like 10 minutes, I see this guy with his chest plate off in an anvil, and I jump him. He drops with 3 gaps as well as 2 heads. And now I'm thinking, dang, there's no way anyone in deathmatch will have the gear to even match my chainsword. But I was gonna be mistaken. After that last kill, I didn't find anyone till deathmatch, so I'm just gonna cut to that. Before even having time to react, I'm instantly dive bombed with this guy with reinforced elytra and wither sickles, and those sickles are shredding through my health. Basically, wither sickles let you like double hit, and they do damage for each hit, damage equivalent to a diamond sword. So they're just really powerful, and in combination with his reinforced elytra that lets him move around really easily, it's really hard to counter. As if he didn't have enough legendaries, he also has Excal, which lets him be invincible for 3 hits on a cooldown of 40 seconds. I blast him with my full power magma cannon, but because of his armor and notch effects, it just tickles him and he continues fighting me. At this point, I'm starting to get worried. This guy seemingly never needs to heal because of his insane armor, and he has like never-ending pressure with all the legendaries he has. And on top of that, the wither sickles are just cutting through my health, and I'm constantly on the back foot, needing to get space and constantly being punished for eating my gaps. I need to hit a crazy ankle-breaking maneuver, and because he's so stacked, the full diamond next to me doesn't even fight me, because he knows that he needs my chainsword to even have a chance of victory. The beast got distracted fighting the other full diamond, and it gave me an opportunity to use my final gaps to heal up to full. I tried to help out the guy getting chased by hitting Shared Rocco with a magma cannon, but he just used his elytra to catch up. Now his attention is on me, and eating my last gap, I know my game is over. I do my best placing water and playing as hard as I can, but in the end, I just am no match for his gear. My totem pops, but I don't have any space to use the regen, and he's still keeping the pressure on, making it really hard to escape. The other guy's helping me out as best he can, but there's really nothing he can do when Shared Rocco has an elytra. In the end, he catches up to me, and I die.
What is that?
And quickly, Shared Rocco takes the win. Sorry I didn't win that for you guys, but sometimes there's really just nothing you can do. If you enjoyed, subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode of McChezface May. Bye.